My husband chose his blind brother over me and I want to divorce him. I'm not the oop. This was posted by you, Leslie Parker 30 in R. True off my chest. Trigger warning. Thong stealing pervert. Less than. Mood spoiler. Icky. Less than. Post W edits for updates. The 23rd of December 22. My husband chose his blind brother over me and I want to divorce him. I'm just so hurt. Things were going good until an incident happened with his brother. Every day I see his brother and I just get this pain in my chest. Sometimes I break down at work in the bathroom. I trusted his brother and he betrayed me in a way I can never forgive him. I wish I was being dramatic and that everyone was right about how he made a mistake. They come up with excuses just because he's blind, but that's besides the point. Why can't they understand that I'm the victim? He hurt me. I feel like I'm drowning. I don't care if he's blind. He took something from me that he should have never. I can't ever trust another person ever again because I'm afraid. What if they do the same? Sometimes I fantasize about getting in my car and leaving. I just want to drive as far away as possible and start a new life. Every time I think I get over it, it's as if these feelings slap me in the face 10x harder. All my hobbies disgust me now. I'm hurt and miserable. I wish my husband would understand this. Update. I didn't really expect many people to comment, but thank you to everyone who offered helpful advice. It felt good having my feelings validated. I saw a handful of comments saying this was fake. And unfortunately it's not. This really happened to me and I came here to vent. Anyways, I waited until my husband was in a good mood and I talked to him. I told him please don't interrupt me and hear me out. It was as if a weight lifted off my shoulder. I really expressed how I felt without fear. My husband apologized for making me feel the way he did. Apparently he's been talking to his therapist about the situation and he's been looking for housing situation for his brother. His therapist told him if he kicked him out that he could get arrested because that's abuse since he's considered disabled. He found housing for his brother but it won't be ready until January. He said this place is for low-income people and after that his brother will have to basically set everything up from the state so someone can help him with his groceries and things like that. He said as soon as he gets the phone call he will be out of our lives for good. He also said that he's been scared to talk to me because he feels like every time we do talk he always says the wrong thing. I told him I didn't believe him and to show me the proof. He showed me all the emails from the property manager and everything. I'm feeling hopeful but I am skeptical. We just bought this house 2 months ago so I can't leave just yet. Update number 2. I was hesitant to set up a meeting with a divorce attorney but it's on Monday. We talked about the steps we can take and how I can file a restraining order on his brother if I want to. I'm planning on going to the station with my attorney on Monday and seeing what they say. I'm also planning on heading back home tonight. I choose me. Thank you so much to everyone who commented. It's so mind-blowing to think so many took time out their day to truly support me. I'm a stranger yet you gave me so much good advice. I'm so happy. I really cried reading some of these comments. I was lacking support, and I found it here. I'm forever grateful. I did tell my husband, I need some fresh air therefore I'm going back home to New York. He was sad but I really don't care. The stick has been broken and no amount of duct tape can repair it. Again, thank you so much to everyone. Also to everyone who commented funny things, thank you. I really needed that laugh. I'll update soon. Comments. Redditor, what did he do? Oop, he stole 16 pairs of my thongs and hid them in his pillow. We only found out when his bed collapsed in the middle of the night. He also stole some of my other personal items. Redditor, and he knew how to find all of this stuff. How exactly? Of course Touch will tell him it's a thong, but he knows where you keep them. And what other personal items? Oop, he admitted to going in my dresser while my husband and I were at work. He searched through my dresser for the thongs. He found my adult items in a bag I kept on the side of my dresser. I had another bag on top of it. He was just searching away like he was at the store. I kept telling my husband my thongs were missing, but honestly we thought they were between the washer and dryer since they always fall between there. Turns out he was switching them while we were out the house. Redditor, that's awful. And your husband has told you his stance. What you have to decide is if you want to stay with someone that doesn't stand up for you. On a side note, how many pairs of underwear do you have not to notice 16 missing items? Oop, I knew they were missing, but I literally thought they were just stuck between the washer and dryer on the side because they're always getting stuck there when I put the laundry on the top of the dryer. I always ask my husband to move the washer and dryer so I can get them. The only thing is he was switching them out every so often. So if I realized certain pairs were gone by the time I did my laundry again, I'd find it in the basket. I guess because I don't put my laundry away the same day I do laundry, that was the perfect time for him to put them back and get some more. I always buy myself new thongs every month, so it didn't really make a dent except when I noticed my favorite pairs were gone. Redditor, oh honey, I can only imagine how violating that is. My Phil used my intimate toys when he stayed at my home, and I still have issues seeing him or being in my own bedroom. Your husband made his choice. He doesn't care that his brother violated you, which is what he did. You deserve better. He took your intimate items and used them for self-gratification, and this mindset his family has is probably why it's escalated this far. Have there been any other red flags? Oop, no. I never saw any red flags prior to this. However, looking back, I should have looked deeper when I found 3 of my bras in his room. I found them and questioned him, but they were blended in his clothes he had just got out the dryer. So I believed him when he said, "I didn't know they were there, I'm blind." I feel so stupid for believing him now. Redditor, I think if he is choosing him over you when he is definitely in the wrong, then that's a problem. Also, why is he in your house while you guys are at work? I never leave anyone in my house while I'm not home. I don't care who they are, family or not. And if he lives with you, that's a problem also. I would reevaluate my life choices honestly. Oop, because he's blind. He refuses to make friends or do anything. He stays in his room watching YouTube videos all day. We tried multiple times prior to this to help him find some hobbies or something to do, but he uses him being blind as an excuse to why he can't do anything. I even told him they have a place where people who can't see well can go and make friends, but that wasn't good enough for him. Redditor, is he really blind? And did he steal the dirt panties? And sniff them? Gosh, this is awful. I'm so sorry. Oop, yes. He is really blind. I don't know if they were clean or not, because the second my husband handed them to me, I threw them away. I was so scared to check because then it would be worse. I felt so disgusted. Some more comments from Oop. 1. I'm definitely getting my ducks in a row. We just bought this house 2 months ago, but I don't even want to stay here anymore. I have a meeting with a divorce attorney on Monday. I am hopeful. 2. That would be so satisfying. I have a meeting with a lawyer on Monday. I'm looking for a therapist, but with the holidays the office is closed. I am leaving both them in 2022. 3. Sorry for the confusion. The second update is after we talked about it. I guess it's kinda hard to look the man I married in the eyes and continuously tell him, "I love you," all while knowing he still defended his brother and gave me that same excuse as everyone else. He's blind. He didn't know what he was doing. Even if he is looking for housing, I don't think I can trust him again. It hurt more knowing he rather make excuses for his brother than defend me. He can say sorry, but his actions speak otherwise, because I tried to forgive him after our conversation, but I can't. I would never treat him this way if my family member did this to him. He claims his brother isn't a predator and he just has unsatisfied needs. I can't be with him anymore. Reminder, I'm not the oop. Blind, yes. And a perv and super creepy. And he didn't just steal them. He'd use them then return them to the basket when he was through. Oop is hopeful. But I dunno if the marriage is going to survive this. He still defended his brother and gave me that same excuse as everyone else. He's blind. He didn't know what he was doing. My jaw dropped at this. The brother is unable to see. Not unable to think. Of course he knew what he was doing. WTF. I hope Oop leaves all this behind and starts a new life. And ultimately finds someone who will have her back when she needs it. WTF is wrong with everyone but Oop? Blind equals incapable, stupid, incompetent, allowed to violate anyone he wants. Any husband who would sacrifice his wife's safety for his brother's unsatisfied needs, nauseated face deserves to be an ex. Disgusting. He knew what he was doing and I bet he loved to know she didn't know what he kept in his room. How terrible. Husband is just as bad. Because the whole "he didn't know what he was doing" was such a horrible excuse. A bad one too. Hopefully she gets out and she never has to see them again. If he is so helpless, how come he keeps stealing items from Oop? He managed to find exactly what he was looking for multiple times. He may be disabled, but he isn't incapable. I hope she gets out. I'm Australian and got very confused at 16 thongs, and was picturing 16 flip-flops, or whatever you call them elsewhere. He's blind, not mentally impaired. His family has enabled him his whole life. There appears to be no reason for him to be unemployed watching YouTube all day. I want to know more about the Redditor that commented about their fill using their intimate toys. I'm French. I didn't get at first why this situation was caused by a hoarding of flip-flops. The fact that she waited until her husband was in a good mood to talk tells me everything I need to know about that relationship. I feel bad for Op, but I wish she'd said up front what the guy did. I felt like I'd walked in late to a foreign film without subtitles. Edit. Caps lock sucks. It's frustrating how this whole thing is an update to a non-existent first post that would have detailed the actual event and husband's reaction and betrayal. He claims his brother isn't a predator and he just has unsatisfied needs. I even told him they have a place where people who can't see well can go and make friends, but that wasn't good enough for him. These are mutually exclusive. Either he can't satisfy his needs or he doesn't want friends, girlfriend. He can't have it both ways. He is a creep and committed SAW against you. I'm glad you're getting out. This is yikes to the next level. I don't care if he was blind. If it were me, I'd have slapped him and the husband so hard they would have felt it for a week. Blind doesn't excuse you for being a creep, and the fact the husband tried to excuse it, solid nope. I'd have been out of there. I didn't know they were there. I'm blind. The perfect alibi. He stays in his room watching YouTube videos all day. No, he doesn't. Actions speak louder than words. I would scream the paint off the walls if someone, anyone, did this to me in my own home. He stole 16 pairs of my thongs and hid them in his pillow. We only found out when his bed collapsed in the middle of the night. How heavy are your thongs?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.